Hey, it's Stacy with Anxiety Detox. This week I want to talk about body language and our emotions. So years ago, I saw a TED Talk by a woman named Amy Cuddy, who is a social researcher, and her primary focus was body language and emotions. And what fascinated me about her talk was this one idea, this one thing that they had found in the research. So we all know that when you feel happy, you naturally smile. Cheese. And when you feel nervous, your body kind of closes up. And so there are all kinds of things that we do with our body based on our emotions. And so the emotional state that we're in actually influences our body language. That's kind of cool because when you see people and you look at their body language, a lot of times you can tell right away, are they feeling confident? Are they feeling sad? Are they feeling angry? That's something that I think most people know, but what they found in the research that was new to me and interesting was that this pathway from the brain and to the body is actually not a one-way street. We had kind of always believed that if you feel sad, that message goes to your body and your body matches that. What they found is that it's a two-way street. So your body actually influences your emotions. And what's cool about that is that we can actually change our emotional state by changing our body language. I really thought that was just fascinating and really interesting, and I was curious to test it out. When it was time for me to get back to work after being home with my kids for a couple of years right after they were born, I think a lot of moms going back to the workforce after a time away feel this way, but I felt socially awkward and anxious and nervous. Have I forgotten all the things I used to know in my career? Has it changed so much that now I'm just way out of the loop? What about just everyday conversations? Everything I had been watching and all the conversations I had been having were centered around babies and what babies like. And so there's just a lot of nervousness and discomfort. And also, I hadn't done a job interview in I don't know how many years. So that by itself made me feel nervous. So going into this, I wanted to use what I had just learned from Amy Cuddy to feel more confident, to go into my interview and to just really do a great job. So she recommended these, things that she would call power moves, where you stand confidently for 2 minutes and it would feed back into your brain that feeling of confidence. So I used that. So right before I left for my interview, I got makeup on for the first time in however many years and some heels on, which was super awkward, and did these sort of stances and body language practice so that I could go into this interview and feel really confident. And it worked. I went in, I felt great. Everything was, going well, walking into the building. And I got there and it was going to be a few minutes. And so they had me sit down. Well, the seats were particularly low. And so sitting in these seats, I ended up sitting there, I think for 15 or 20 minutes waiting for, my turn for the interview. And sitting in these seats where they're really low, I felt kind of hunched down and my legs, my knees kind of went up higher than normal. And after sitting there for 10 or 15 minutes, I didn't feel confident anymore. I felt silly and awkward and just small and nervous. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is terrible. I can't stay in this seat anymore. I'm gonna ruin this interview because of the way I'm sitting and my posture. I'm truly feeling the effects of it. So I got up and asked the secretary, where is your restroom? Can I use the restroom? And she directed me, and I went back into the bathroom, and I repostured myself, took a minute to take some deep breaths and feel confident again. But it was really astounding to me the difference that made, the difference that I could truly, literally feel emotionally that impact from the change in my body language. But it was also cool because I realized, oh yeah, I could influence this. And I've used that several times since then when I'm busy at work and I'm walking fast because I know I have so many things to do and I'm just going quick and I can feel that anxiousness build. And so when I would notice that, I would intentionally slow it down, stand up a little taller, take some slower breaths, right? I slow my breathing down and that slows down my brain. And I would slow down my walk and just give myself that body language of being calm and confident and in control. And it wouldn't take very long before my brain would start to catch up with what my body was doing. I challenge you, this week, whenever you notice yourself feeling anxious, notice what is your body language doing? What do you look like? Are you tapping your leg? Are you, biting your nails? What is it in your body language that is expressing that anxiety? And maybe you don't know how to snap out of the anxiety, but you could change your body language. Can you slow down your breathing? Can you stand a little taller? Can you slow down your speed in your walking? If your leg is tapping, you can stop that. You have control over those things. And, I challenge you to try it out to see if you can also notice that difference emotionally when you change your body language. Two more things I did not want to forget. One, if you want to watch Amy Cuddy's entire TED Talk, I have included a link to that in the newsletter. And it's actually blue letters that say you can click here to watch her entire talk. And then the second thing I left in the newsletter from last week, there was a link to the morning meditation that I recorded for you. And I left that in the newsletter. So this week, if you've lost the link from last time, it'll be there again this week. That link is in blue letters at the very bottom, right before the sign off. And it says, click here for your guided morning meditation for a calm start to your day. So if you're looking for that, that's where to find those two links. And I hope you have a great day. I hope that's helpful. See you next Thursday.